guys, it's me, Danielle Danny Buttons, and I'm back today with a haul and flip through of my brand new coloring books from France. I ordered these on Amazon France, and I'm so excited to show you. I have 4 here today, and if you've ever watched any of my videos, you've probably seen other books in this series before because I'm obsessed with them. They are from the brand, I guess, Hachette Heroes, maybe Hachette if we're being extra French, I'm not sure. But they are color by number books that are Disney themed. Well, 3 of them are colored by number. I'm going to give you a flip through and kind of explain what these books are because they're not available in the United States, so you might not have seen them before. So here we go. This is Les Grands Classiques Tome 5, so volume 5 in the first series. And how these books work is basically they are just a whole blobby of lines that you're not really supposed to be able to tell who's in it. That's why they're mystery coloring. This one you can tell is Elsa though. And then there's a color key. Let me show you. I've already started doing pages in here. There's one I finished. So the color key at the bottom, and you just match your colors. And there you go. You make Iago. So I love this book. I'm actually working on 2 more right this second. And by that I mean when I'm done filming this, right before, right after. And I'm going to flip through the answer key because if you're only going to buy 1 or 2 of these books, I highly recommend seeing which one you particularly want. They are about $15 each. It's hard to tell because I never buy one at a time and the shipping is a big cost. So all 4 of these cost me $69 including shipping, which is a lot, but it's for 4 and I don't know. So I'm going to link them below. I promise this time there will be links. You can buy them, or I have previously bought from Amazon France and Amazon UK. I did France this time because one of the books I bought was brand new and I couldn't pre-order from UK. Anyway, let's continue. So there are 100 pages in these books, which is pretty awesome. There's the other 4 covers. I have all 4 of those. They also recently came out with a cats themed one, which was all Disney cats. I probably am not going to get that one because I'm not a huge fan of cats specifically, but you get a lot of cats in these books too. So I'm going to flip through the answer key and show you what we got. So each book has 100 pages, like I said, and it usually does a really good job representing characters we don't normally see at all, never mind in coloring books. So if you have any questions about who anyone is, let me know there. What I thought was pretty interesting though is there are, 48 or 49 Disney animated films. In all 10 books that I have now, there is not one Tarzan picture. So I don't know if like Tarzan is taboo in France. I don't know. They have some pictures from sequels, which are not my super favorite because I'm not really into the sequels. Most of them were direct to DVD. So I don't know, but they're still really cute. And obviously like we know who Pocahontas is, so it's not a big deal. But it tends that each book will focus some characters more than others just because of space. So this book has Moana, which a lot of them don't, partially because they came out before Moana came out and partially because you just can't focus on all of them at once. So I love these books because I like the dark line style. I always, when I'm coloring them, do the black outline first because it kind of helps zone it in so you can tell where you're coloring everything else. Now that we're getting to book 5, there are repeats of characters, but for the most part, they're always in different positions, always with different backgrounds, so it's not a huge deal. And obviously, I just love them so much. All of these characters, all of Disney, so it works for me. But yes, it just, you never see some of these people, at least over here in America. I don't know if maybe they're more popular in France, but like I think Brother Bear is really popular in France. So as you can see, these are the 2 I'm doing right now. And what I also like to mention for color matching, I try as hard as I can for the character, but then I kind of take liberties a little bit with the background. I've seen people take complete liberty with the background and do amazing things, but I'm not that talented, and that's not why I have these books particularly. So I just don't worry about it. Like, I'm doing this background in like a neon yellow because I didn't have a butter in my marker set. So if that's a huge concern, don't worry about that. Just get close. And obviously, for me specifically, if I'm not 100% matched, I at least try to make them make sense with each other. So I'm not going to do this like neon blue and then that navy. I don't know if that makes sense. That was a bad example. I'm not going to do this peach and then do that dark brown still. Like, you kind of have to make them make sense together, if that made sense. I don't know. Apparently Brother Bear is really big in France because there's a lot of pages of Brother Bear. I love Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is only in 2 or 3 of the books. So cute. So yes, that is book 1. Voila. Then I also got Trompe-l'oeil. I have no idea. I apologize for the pronunciation. Also, I apologize. I just realized I actually got like a burn from my Fitbit. So that's what that disgusting thing is. I'm going to pull my sleeve down. I don't know if you noticed before. Anyway, this supposedly means optical illusions, and this is volume 2. What's different about this book is, as you can almost see on the cover, the pages will have a character roughly printed, and then it's somebody different when you color it. So I've also done a page in here. You can't really see it anymore, which is kind of good. But it had a picture of Hercules as an adult. You can see the lines a little bit, and then now it's baby Hercules. This is an improvement, according to a lot of people, from the last book, because the last version, volume 1 of this, it was a random character would be there, so like they had nothing to do with each other. But this one seems to be mostly like, so this is King Triton. It'll either be a King Triton picture or like a Kermit Sebastian. Why did I say Kermit? Whew, that was rough. But yeah, the pictures will go with what this is. Anyway, let's just show you what I mean. So this one has a lot of Hercules, which I love. Yeah, as you can see, there was a genie in the last one, and there's a genie here, but they're in different poses and different colorings a little bit, so it's up to you. And that's why it's also okay to not get all of these at once and only buy 1 or 2 and see how you like them, and then keep getting more as you're done. Because, hey, if I finish this picture and then don't do the other genie for 6 months anyway, it's like coloring something completely different. So it seems that Atlantis is also popular in France, which is interesting to me. So, Charlotte. I don't really have much to say while I'm flipping now, which you're probably like, good. Shh. So, Also, I hope we can't hear my dog bark too much. She's had a rough day because somebody rang the doorbell at 8 a.m., which we never enjoy here. We are late risers in this house. So, more Winnie the Pooh. Also, this is kind of a different series from the volumes that or the other ones. So, like, some of the pictures are very similar. But, again, at this point, I have 10 of these books. That is 1,000 pages. I don't think I'm gonna, like, be upset and go around in each book and do each Maleficent and be like, oh, no. You know what I mean? I think you know what I mean. Also, the walrus from Alice in Wonderland. Have you ever seen him in a coloring book? Crazy. Crazy. So cool. So exciting. Ratigan. Like, these are so good. Ah. More Pooh Bear. And I love it. You tend to have the Pixar characters be more shading. This one's not as bad as some of the other books. But I personally love the just bold. Let me find an example. Now I'm not going to be able to. I love it when there's not very many colors and it's just bold and straight to the point. More like that than more the shading. Just because it's easier for me to color and it's easier for me to color match. So beautiful. Okay, then I got Disney Babies. This is a newer one. I'm sorry for the glare, but I think it's better when we're actually looking. This is a different style, and it said Circle Magic under there. But how this one worked is a lot like Corkles we have in the United States, and there's also a lot of pixelated ones. So again, I've done, here's them blank. You see all the circles. I've done some pages in here already. There's Mushu. And Simba. Here's a good example. This is like almost a mosaic circle pattern, which I had no idea this was in here before buying this book. So I'm glad you're watching if you're interested, because yes. So obviously this is and features more babies than the other books, and it's a lot of them in their baby form. But there are just some adult characters too. So this one's super cute. I really like this style the most, with like the bubbly background and then them. Obviously I haven't done the other ones yet, but just in flipping, I'm most excited about these. Like a baby piglet. So I know they also sell a whole bunch of pixelated books like this. I do not have any of them yet because they do not have 100 pages in them. So I kind of wanted to focus on these guys before I branched out. Also, I can't really purchase all the books from over there. It's the shipping that gets you. That's the worst part. So, so cute. Yeah, so this is definitely very different from the other books I showed you. And I thought it would be really hard to learn how to do the circles. It hasn't been too bad. And really, any mistakes I've made haven't been too obvious. So I don't know if I've just been lucky so far or what. Baby Donald. I love them as babies. So, but I'm excited to do more from this book also. Yeah, so like I said, I've already done a whole bunch of pages from these books, and I'm actually challenging myself to attempt to do 1 page a day from these books for the month of May. I'm calling it Coloring Every Day in May, and I'm really excited. Sam, my husband, made an offhand comment that I should do 10 pages per book before I'm allowed to get another one. So he said if I do 40 pages, I can get more. And obviously, if I do 30 pages this month, I'm almost at a new one already. And obviously, also, he's very supportive of my coloring and wouldn't actually stop me. But he knows that he's like my good angel saying, stop buying things, calm down. And it does help me rein it in. Okay, the last one is not a color by number, so I hope I did not mislead you. But I needed this one. I needed it real bad. This one is very different from their other stuff. This Hachette group puts out tons of Disney coloring books. They have the rights to them. But I find from other people's flip-throughs that they do tend to have the same pictures over and over again. So they have a whole series that are like love stories and families and couples and babies and all this that are not color by number. But you'll see Alice in the same position in 4 different books. So to me, that could get real frustrating real fast, especially paying overseas pricing. So I like buying the ones that are a little bit different. This is the ABCDary, I don't know, the alphabet, Disney alphabet. And you've probably seen this before. I've seen other people have it, but I just had to have it too. So this book might be harder to flip through, I'm realizing now. There you go. I don't know if you can read that, but it has every letter of the alphabet and some numbers, and then it has a character that starts with that letter. So this one is kind of different, the Alice, but the rest of them are mostly in this style, where the letters in the background and the character is floating around in their habitat. I'm so excited for these. I think they're so pretty. It makes me laugh because some of them they're French spellings, so they're different letters than they would be here, but it's not a huge deal because, again, I don't know when I'm going to get to every single page. I'm going to try, but this would be really nice, I think, if you had a baby friend to maybe make their name in the letters. I wanted to make my own name in the letters, but we'll see. We'll see. What I've heard about this style of book, which again, there's a lot of books in this style, is that they do tear apart pretty easily because they're almost notepad style where the pages are supposed to rip off. So be careful of that. I'm looking into getting like protective sleeves and just taking it apart. Again, I follow a lot of French colorists on Instagram, and they do frequently take their books apart, but I'm not really sure what they put them in because I went to Staples and there was nothing for this paper size. This is like legal paper size and they only had letter paper size. But like, look how cute. So cute. Dumbo, so cute. So I'm really looking forward to doing a page in this. Like, if I did my name, Ariel and Eric would be in there, and that's pretty great. There's only 2 E's, which I understand, but my name has 2 E's, and I don't love Esmeralda, so that's why I'm hesitating if I'm going to do my name or not. I expect this is one of the examples where Bambi is not Bambi in French. So, because it doesn't look like flowers on the page, so I don't think it's about him. Fennec. I'm going to go a little quicker because I kind of got distracted. Genie. My boy Hercules. Iago. That would have to be in my name too. I don't remember her name at all, so I don't know if it actually starts with an I or not. Kristoff, so cute. All the snow geese. That might be hard to color though. I'm not good at coloring snow. Cusco. Lady. There are 60 pages in this book, which I think is still a really great value. Obviously, it's not 100, but in this style, 60 is probably pushing it already. So, Minnie and Mickey. The only thing that if you were making this as a gift, the letters are all different styles, so it might be rough if you have almost every letter in one style and then the last letter in a different style. But if there's a good enough mix, I don't think it's a huge deal. Nemo, that would be in my name if I did it. Nick Wilde, probably do Nemo. Olaf. You know, it would also be nice just to decorate if you have your own craft space and like to make a fun craft word. So to make art or create or color or something like that. That could be really cool to hang up. So I might look into doing something like that. Rapunzel. I wish there was an R in my name for Rapunzel. So for instance, I have, if you've seen the Disney Vitro, which is Disney stained glass, and this Russell is in that. Just exactly this, blown up, the same thing. So in this, it's pretty different, so I'm not upset about it. But if I had 4 other coloring books with this exact same Russell, I would start to get frustrated. So be wary of the French books if you're going to do that. Obviously, if you're going to collect them all, absolutely collect them all. But if you can only afford to get a few at a time, be wary. Tiana, them thighs though. Whew. Tigger. I just think this whole book is so cute. I'm so excited. Toulouse. My girl Ursula. I should spell my last name. And then I have the R and the U. In France, Moana's name is Vaiana. So there's that. Winnie. Woody. Yzma. I think Emperor's New Groove is a super underrated Disney movie. I love it a lot. So if you haven't seen that one, you should check it out. Zeus. Zurg. And then we are up to the numbers. So 2. Honestly, the numbers are a little bit strange because I don't know what other application you could have for these besides just using them in the book. But of course, using them in the book is fine. Like, that's what they're for. Lost Boys, Seven Dwarfs, and finally the 101 Dalmatians. Then in a lot of the French books, they have tiny postcardy style at the end, and that is the last page. I never really know what to do with these because they're so small that I don't really know how you'd get the details. But yes, so there it is. Those are my 4 books. I will link them down below. Again, for all 4 of them, they were $69, including shipping. I think they were about 10 to 12 to 15. I think they were all under 15. I think they were all around 12 euros each. I will link them in France and in UK. I'm not sure if you can get them in Canada on Amazon Canada. I have checked on Amazon US and you cannot get them. Or if you do find them, they're shipped from France anyway. So the shipping price isn't good. But yes, so thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. You will be seeing a lot from these books soon. Well, maybe not this one because these are much more difficult to do one a day, but the other guys. So check back at the end of the month for my wrap up with all my new pages done. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!